Hey guys, Sam here, and as promised, we are back with another tutorial today. Like I said, I'm going to try to be banging one of these out like every day, and if you did happen to catch my one I released yesterday, you know that I've got quite a few projects lined up in the queue this week to do, so we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it with another website. Today, this one is for a community and care site. So basically, this is for a place that helps people with disabilities and who need 24-hour care and that kind of stuff. And basically, they have an old website. Definitely needs some work. They show me an example of one they liked, and I think we can do something really similar to that. So we're pretty much just going to dive right in here and see if we can whip up a nice looking homepage for these guys. We're going to be using the Divi theme and a lot of the same plugins you might have seen in the last tutorial. So we'll be using the advanced header plugin, the tilt blur plugin, animated headlines we might be using on this one, and also let's see what else. I don't know. Well, there might be some other ones in there. Anyway, this one hopefully should come together pretty quickly because I already kind of have a good idea what I want to do, and the example they showed me is really good and straightforward, so I think that's going to make it easier too. So yeah, grab your popcorn and let's see what we can do. Okay, here we go. So just like yesterday, what I already did so far is we installed the Divi theme, installed several plugins. I'm just going to go through that here really quick. So we got Divi animated headlines. I'll show you that in a little bit if we have a place for it. Divi cloud, I showed you that yesterday. Custom full with header extended, great plugin. We're going to be using that again. Divi section manager. I don't know for sure if I'm going to use this yet or not, but we might. It's a good way to get those little angled sections and stuff. Not always the greatest thing, but it can be good sometimes. So maybe we'll use that. And then the tilt blur module, which we also used yesterday, and I, tend to use that one a lot on most projects. So kind of the same ones we used yesterday. These are usually my core ones that I use. I do have some other ones, but these are the main ones. Then we already got we deleted all the sample pages and set up a home page, set that as the home page in settings reading. So we are pretty much ready to go. Now this time, I'm going to take a look in the module customizer, because in the last one, I kept having to go back into Photoshop and pull out my color palette right from Photoshop. But this time I remembered I think there's a way in here where you can set your default color palette, and I'm not totally sure where it is because I only saw it once, but I think we can probably find it pretty easily. So let's see. No, I think it might actually be in the other options, so let's just jump in there and check it. So I think that would be theme customizer. Let's see if they have a thing for color settings in here. General settings, identity, layout settings, theme accent color. I don't think that's it. Typography background. Okay, so not there. Let's see. Color schemes. There we go. No, that's not it either. Shoot. I know I saw this before one time, or at least I think I did. Maybe I'm just tripping. Shoot. Let me check I don't think it's in theme options, but I suppose it could be. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Color picker's default palette. Perfect. Okay, so yeah. Here we want to change a couple of these to other ones. So black and white are fine because we will probably use those. Here's the logo for the site. You can see there's pretty much 3 different colors here. They do have a gradient on this green, but I think we're just going to use the darker version of the green and leave the gradient part alone. So I think brown's going to be our main color, so let's pop that into the palette first. Oops. Okay. And this will actually end up saving me a ton of time if it works, so I'm pretty stoked that I remembered to do it this time. And actually that's even easier than I thought it was going to be, so I wish I would have done it yesterday, because I'm kind of hard-headed and I probably wasted a lot of time going back and getting my colors from Photoshop over and over again. Okay, so we got the brown, the green, and then this blue here. Might use this as our tertiary color. That should be pretty much good. I don't think we're going to need any other colors besides that, but that's going to save a ton of time having that in there. I guess as long as I'm here, I might as well upload the logo too. I save this somewhere in here. See if I can find it. I don't have a very clean copy of this logo, actually. The one on their site had a background on it, so this one is not the greatest resolution, but it's going to work temporarily, and then hopefully I can get a transparent one from the client, because that'll give us a much better result. But for now, I think this is going to be okay. Okay, let's see here. So that should be all good. Now, let's go over and take a look at the old site. This is their current site. As you can see, very old school looking. This is the type of navigation we used to do back in the early 2000s when I was just getting out of college. So it's amazing they've actually lasted this long with the site. Let's see, if you scroll it down, not mobile friendly. Clearly needs a facelift. They don't have a ton of content on the site. So we don't have a ton to work with here, but I think we'll be able to figure it out. So that's pretty much it. Then they also gave me this site as an example of one that they liked. So this is another site. These guys do something very similar. As you can see, really elegant layout. Got the same type of header you would see with the type of site I would build. Nice slider here. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if this is a Divi site. We can take a look and see. Oh, they don't say. Dynamic menu manager, font, awesome, Dual Geek. Sometimes you can tell by looking at the plugins. Anyway, no worries. Yeah, as you can see, they got a little parallax section here with the quote. Just a simple tabs there. And then some pictures of the type of people that they service. And basic contact info down there. So very simple, but it looks nice. And as you can see, I'm sure it probably scales down well on mobile. Yeah. Yeah, so I think we can come up with a similar layout to this, probably even something better than this one, just maybe with a little bit more pizzazz to it, but in the same kind of style. So it should be no problem at all, and that is what we're aiming for today. So let's get right into it. I'm going to pull up our home page, and the first thing we're going to need to do is create a header. Actually, the first thing we're going to need to do, we don't have to, but I usually like to look at the Divi Cloud plugin and see if there's a layout we can use to kind of use as a starting point. So if you didn't see any of my previous videos, this is a plugin, Divi Cloud, that will let you basically have access to their entire library of layouts right from within your Divi editor. So this is super useful. There is a monthly fee associated with this, but I definitely get my money's worth out of this one. It's super valuable. And as you can see, they have a lot of different layouts for different types of pages. Some of them are okay, some of them aren't that special. But a lot of different layouts for a lot of different purposes. So I usually like to see here if there's anything we can use to kind of get us jumped off, and then from there we'll kind of tweak it. If you looked at my last one, we did use a theme to start with, but we ended up with something almost completely different than what the theme looked like that we used to start with. So a lot of times the main thing you get out of this is just a good starting point, and you can kind of take it from there and customize it however you want. And most of the time, it's going to end up looking way different than what they've got here. So I just like to look through these. This gives me a little ideas, and maybe we can find one that we can use. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything screaming at me here. I think for this one we might actually just go ahead and do it off the top because this is pretty straightforward and we don't need a pre-made layout to come up with something like that. So I think we'll just go with it and see what we can do here. So we'll go with full with header extended. And let's see what we want to have for our title. Helping people achieve independence. Okay. And let's see what they did here. Promote self-advocacy. Embrace strength. Celebrate uniqueness. Okay. So let's see if we can do anything like that. Affordable and customizable care. Different strengths, different challenges, different opportunities. Maybe that would be a good thing to do. Then we can kind of do the same thing that they did with the slider, and with the different strengths, different challenges, and different opportunities. That might be a good way to do it. So at least we could try. Let's see. I think that's how you do it when you use the rotator effect. So we're going to give that a try and just see how that goes. Maybe, I wonder if you can use this. If you want to have your title to have typing or rotator effect. Okay, so maybe we can do that and then let's try that. For the color, I think we're going to go white on this one. Cursor color, white, and after text color, I don't know what that is, but we'll just go with white on that too. I don't know if we need any other buttons for that. I think the rest of that we can pretty much leave as is. So one of the keys here is we're going to have to find a good picture. So we're going to go back to stock.adobe.com. And let's see. Maybe we want to search for like Down syndrome. See if we can find any good photos of people. That's a good one. That's a good one. We want, for the header, we always want to find one that's really striking. So, and it always helps to have, you don't want the person centered, you want them kind of cocked off to one side. So, let's see, we don't necessarily, we might have to go with a different search than this too. I don't really know if that's the best search. I've never had to do a site quite like this before, so never had to find stock photos for it. Let's see. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause it here. I'm going to find the header image and then we'll flip back into it just to save a little bit of time, okay? So you hold tight and I will pause this. Okay, we are back. So I found a couple of different pictures. I didn't find any that I totally loved, but I found some that I think will be pretty good, and we can kind of massage them a little bit so they'll fit better. So this is the first one. I like this one because the dude has a happy look on his face. He's sort of already cocked off to the left here, and it's got kind of this blurry background. So this all makes for a good hero image. And then what we can do is, you can see I got the marquee out here. We can crop this in such a way where he's even more off to the left, so we're gonna have a ton of space to fit the text right here. And then we also can get rid of some of these details like the paper and pencil and stuff like that. That doesn't matter. I got another one of this gal that I like, and only thing with this is that she's more kind of in the middle. So I mean, we could definitely crop that off, but then I don't think that's gonna work. So I think this would be better for an interior section, maybe throw a parallax on it or something like that. Now we have to decide, I I also got a couple more of a couple elderly people off of Pexels. So we got about 4 different ones to work with. I think that's going to be enough to get the homepage done. And then I know these guys are going to have some actual pictures for me later, so that's going to help a lot. Anyway, so we got to decide, do we want to do black and white like these guys, or do we want to do color? I don't know. This guy really did seem like he liked the black and white, so I definitely could see doing that, although at the same time, I would hate to have it look too much like the other site. So that's kind of a tricky one, isn't it? Let's just see how this would look in black and white. Let's crop it. And then, let's see, black and white. And we can kind of mess with it a little bit too. I don't really know what these do. Whoa, okay, I don't want to do that. Let's see, auto. Okay. It'd be nice to make it a little bit brighter, but I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing with that. I think, let's see, we could do like, oops, image, shoot, black and white, and then let's see what this does. Lighter. That's a little bit too light. That one's pretty nice. Okay, let's just try this one and see. Let's see. We're gonna want to probably make it about 1800 pixels wide, and then save this with high quality. That's gonna get us down to 708K. Let's check it at medium quality. All the way down to 332K. I think that'll be good. Okay. Let's see here. So, in goes the background. Let's see, we don't want a parallax effect on this one. Let's center this at the bottom left, maybe top left. Okay. Okay, now we can add some effects to it. Slice effect, I never figured that out yet. Ken Burns could work. I did that one yesterday. I do always like that one just because it gives it a little bit of motion, but not too much. Overlay gradient. I don't know if we're going to want a gradient on this one, really. So maybe we'll just try it with that. And then, okay, somewhere in here we got to set the height to. I always forget where that is. Let's see. Here we go. Let's go 600 pixels. And oops, jeez, I keep forgetting. Okay, we also want to orient the text to the right and put this after. Okay. Let's see how that looks. Get rid of those. Okay, well that's kind of weird. So it looks like we have two different things going there. Let's see, turn that off, turn that off, turn that back on, maybe? Let's just see what that does. That's really weird that it does that. We're also going to need, if we do the Ken Burns, we're going to have to change that so it pans differently. Okay, that is better. Wow, that actually fixed it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't think the typing effect really works though, so let's not do that. Let's get off of that. Let's see, title effects. I wonder too if we put it in the content. I don't know if they let you do that or not. Okay, let me just, while I'm down here, let's fix this Ken Burns and have this zoom out left. Okay, okay, so here we can put the animation on it. I really don't know what we would want to do. Fade. Let's try fade in right and just see how that is, and maybe slow this down a little bit as well. We're also going to need to make the font way bigger. Let's see, title font. Yeah, I think we want this to be like 54 at least. And bold. And it's going to definitely matter what font we choose right there. I don't know if we're going to want to do a scripty font like they did, but maybe. Alright, we'll just see how this looks. That's definitely too fast. You know, I think let's try doing this in color. I actually don't really. I'm probably not as good at making black and whites as whoever made that other site, because I think theirs looks better than mine. So maybe let's go with this, and let's see if there's any cool adjustments we can make on it. Let's see. I wish I knew how to do more stuff with this, but I really don't. So this will take some of the greens out. Yeah, I don't know how to do this. Let's just leave it like that. I think we're on the right track, but we had to change a couple things. For one thing, text after rotator effect, so it doesn't keep looping, I think is how it works. We'll just test it. And then I think we just want this to fade in like normal, not right. Right here, fade in, and then let's like really slow this down too. I think that's what we want to use to slow it down. Okay. Otherwise, I do think the Ken Burns looked better. So we'll see how this looks with color. Okay, there we go. Shit, I think I made it too big. Yep. We certainly don't want one 4,000 pixels in here, so let's get this out of here. That's how you can always tell if it's uploading slowly like that, that you probably forgot to resize it. That happens to me all the time. Okay, let's see what we got here. Perfect. Otherwise, I think everything else can stay. Just double check and make sure I got those colors. Let's see. Rotator font color, make sure that's white. Aftertext color, make sure that's white. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Oh, I see. So this is definitely going to look better when we change the font. I really don't, I think that goes way too fast though. Oh, so this is only for the typing effect, I see. That's really too bad. Oops, oh crap. I'm still kind of new to using this plugin. There's just so much you can do in here that I've only really scratched the tip of the iceberg, so we don't want that. That does not look good at all. This I think is irrelevant. It's not changing anything. Let's check the pro settings. Title animation effect. No. None of those do anything. Text. Yeah, it's kind of disappointing that we can't turn that down at all, really. So we could try that too. Let's see. Might look a little bit better if there's some static text to offset it. Alright, now where is that? Let's see. Okay. Alright, let's see how that works. Sometimes you just gotta play around with these things until you get it to your liking. That is just too fast. It won't work. Man, that's really too bad. Oh, ignore that. Okay, let's take a look here. Full width text extender. I wonder what this does. This doesn't really appear to do much. Just want to look and see if there's possibly something else. No, it doesn't really look like it, does it? Man, that really bothers me that we can't slow that down at all. Let me just check here. Dropbox. So I do have the info for this plugin, so maybe there's, let's see. Rotator effect. Let's see if there's any. Yeah, not very helpful. Shoot. Okay, well, God, that is really just too bad. I really do like that, but it's just way too fast. Alright, let's just turn that off. That sucks, but we'll just turn it off. Let's see. Just trying to find a good title here, and then we can put the one thing I had before below that and just not have it scroll. How about creative and adaptive care? That seems like it would be good. Just do some other effects on the text instead, and I think that'll still look alright. Let's see. So we had different strengths, different challenges, different opportunities. I could always go back too and do that with like Revolution slider because I do know how to do that. So that's definitely possible. Boy, I'm just getting all kinds of phone calls a day, aren't I? Let's see, rotator effect. Just decline that. So I do like this rotator effect. Oh, no, not the rotator effect. I'm sorry, the text delayed effect. Do that. This is all good. Then let's go over here. Title text, title font color. Let's make that white. I wonder, can we use the brown? It's probably not going to look very good. Subhead text, also white. We'll make this italics, and let's try like 30. Better try 28. That should be good. Okay. Hopefully this will be respectable. We're going to come back and put some custom font on it as well once I get the rest of the page built up. As I explained earlier, I kind of like to build out the page first and then come back and do the font at the end, just because I can kind of see how everything looks, and then you can kind of test different fonts against the whole page and see what you like, and it makes it a little bit easier. Let's see. So this is a little bit too large, but actually this is pretty good. Like I say, I think when we change the font, this is going to look a lot better. So I actually like this, and I think we're going to keep this for now. Yeah, okay. I think we're good with that for now. So next thing we got to do is figure out what else we're going to put here. Let's see. Let's go back to the home page. So I think we can. Yeah, they have such little content here. I think we can basically put the whole site on one page. I don't think we need to have more than one. So we're pretty much going to have like a introduction section, an about section, services, which these I already kind of have an idea how I'm going to break up. Housing, and then contact and employment goes here, so we're going to have like a separate section that just links there, I think, and that should be pretty good. So I actually do kind of like this graphic the way it is. So let's leave that the way it is for now. So I think we'll try using this as our intro text, and then also have this graphic and use this as the header. So let's come in here, and this might be a good place to use the animated headline. So let's try this. Oops, I copied the wrong thing. Okay, so there it is. Okay, helping people achieve independence. So what we can do here is this basically gives you some different options on how you can like underline, circle, highlight parts of the text. So what we'll do here, because independence is the word we want to highlight. Let's see, we can, I don't remember what the difference is between those. Okay. I like highlighted anyway. So let's try doing the curly. And then here, text color dark, text orientation. This we're gonna want to center. And then font size, I think we want that to be like 56. And line height should probably be like 64. Okay, so let's just take a look at that and see how it looks. Oops, not ready yet. It goes a little bit fast, but I like it. See how it does the nice highlighting effect. Let's try a circle. I think, can we slow this down? That seems awfully fast too. And fade it. Maybe put a little delay on it, that might help. Maybe I'm just too slow today, but to me, it seems like everything is going too fast. Yeah, no, that doesn't work at all, does it? That might be too cheesy. And I think that delay on the fade also is not great. That one's better. Let me look here at... I can't remember what these rotating ones do, but it might be worth a look. Let's see. Let's try loading bar and see what happens with that. Oh yeah, let me turn off some of this fade too, because this is just not right. Down here. There. I'll just put it slightly. Okay, not ready yet. Huh. That actually looks better, but let's just see if we can, what some of these other ones do. Let's try that. Oh, I wish it didn't take so long to load. It doesn't appear to be doing anything. Okay. Oops. Really just trying to make this eye-catching at the beginning because there's not a whole lot of content, so I want the initial impression when somebody visits the page to be wowed, you know, by some of these effects and stuff, because people generally love these kind of things. Let's see. We already tried the loading bar. Let's try the slide. It just doesn't do anything. Maybe we need to turn the animation off. Sometimes that can interfere with some of these things. not impressed with that either. Oh, brother. Let's just try. Yeah, that doesn't do much for me. I kind of like the loading one, but it was just, I don't like how it keeps doing it. I'd rather have it just do it once a little bit more slowly. No, that doesn't do it for me either. Man, what a bummer. Alright, let's see. Highlighted, underline. Shape color. Maybe let's try to change the color too. Maybe that'll make it a little bit more better. I think I'm gonna just leave it regardless after this because I want to come back and mess with this part some more once I selected the fonts I want to use. I might just end up taking this out because it might just not really be necessary. We don't need to put effects in when it's going to be overkill. That does look a little bit better. Yeah, I think that's actually not that bad. Okay, anyway, let's continue. So, I think what we'll do here is add another row, 2 column. On this column, we'll put the image. So that's this image here. Main pic dot ping. And I actually do have a tilt image module, but I don't really know if we need to do it on this one. Whoa, where is it? Oh, that's odd. Let's try that again. Oh, okay. So we want this to go in a downloads folder. There we go. Okay, that's good. And then we will add the animation here. I think we'll have these slide in. So this one is going to slide left. And then let's make this 1500. Good. And then let's delay this like 200. Okay. And then here we'll go with the text module. Come grab this text. Easy enough. And then here we want to make this one slide into the right. And the 1500 and this 200. Be even up with the other one. And then we'll see how we're looking with that. Okay. Overall, this is pretty good. Obviously, this font, though, is way small. Let's try it again. Seems a little choppy as well. Let's increase the font size here to like 18. Since this is intro text, we can afford to make it a little bigger, and then let's have like 24 pixel line height. And also let's justify it too. I think that'll look better. Oh, that's still pretty small though. Now we could still put this hiring event blurb right here. I was actually kind of thinking that we would put it in a different row below this, but maybe it would be good to have it right there. So on-site hiring event and then a button. I think we'll add an additional text block for that. Let's make this H1. Hold on 1 second. Okay. And then we want to center that. And then we'll add a button here. Let's see, this is click here for more details. And that goes to a PDF. I'll just wait on that. Let's see, text color dark, custom styles, yeah. Okay, that looks good. What color should we make this? Blue. Background color transparent, border color blue. Border is 3, that all looks good. Let's auto transform it uppercase. Show button icon. Let's have that for the icon. This all looks good. Okay. On hover, let's change it to green. Okay. That all looks good to me. Let's add a zoom effect on there, and here we can center it. So hopefully this will work to help space this out a little bit better. Okay, come on. I think this looks good, except we should space it out a little bit better. And the animation's all messed up as well. I'm just going to take the animations off of these. It's really hard sometimes to get these where they look really good and not like too much or too little. Okay, let's add some padding here to the top. Let's say 30. Yeah, fine, 40. Try that. And then let's see, take off this animation, and instead we'll just add them on the columns. Here. Slide up. And delay it a tad bit. Okay, that should be different. Here, let's have this slide down. But delay this one a little bit less than the other one. I have no idea how this is going to work, but I think it might be good. Okay, yeah, I think that looks better. Again, this is probably going to look better once we get the correct font in there. Okay, cool. So next section is going to be an about section. And this one, I think I'm going to want to use an image background. So we'll go with a standard section. Here, let's see if we can grab... could use that one. If we do, I think we want to put a color overlay on it. And then for the color, I have to go over here and grab this brown. We want to put a brown overlay on this because we want to make sure that's the main color we're using, so we want to get that in here. Okay, I think we want to actually make that a little bit darker. So what we'll do with this is make this a parallax and then put the about, because it's really just, about is just a blurb. So we're going to put that on white text over this and then have this as a parallax background. I think that's going to look pretty nice. We almost could do it more. I think that's pretty good. Okay, let's try this. Okay. I actually kind of like that brown, so I could almost see doing the brown on this one too, but I don't know yet. See, this is the sections, you can do two. That's another thing I didn't even think about, but we could put a section divider on here if we wanted to. But let's do one thing at a time. Okay, that's in. Parallax effect, yes. I like the CSS parallax effect the best. Then we want to add some padding on this. So let's see, top, I'm going to say 100 and 100. And then let's just have this fade in. Like nothing extra special on that. Okay, and here we'll put the text. Come over here, grab this. Now this I think we want to center. And then here we'll make this light. Font size, let's try it with 24. That might be too big though. And then let's go to 32 pixels. And center it again, just in case. And I think that is all good there. Let's see how that looks. So once we got that top part done, then the rest of it can kind of come together pretty quickly. Well, I kind of blew it there, didn't I? Yes. I think that'll fix it. No, that's wrong. Oh, I think I know the problem. We should have put this on the section. There. Alright, let's see how that goes. Okay, I think we need a title. Yeah, overall I think that's pretty good. The way it scrolls is kind of shitty though. I really don't like that. Might be something to do with the header. Okay, well let's just move on to the next section anyhow. That would be services. So I think we're gonna have a title, then we're gonna have this here under the title centered, like intro text, and then this is gonna, I think there's 14 here I counted earlier, so I'm going to center these, or split them into 2 columns and use blurbs for them, kind of like I did in the other project for the medical billing place. We'll just do the same kind of thing here, and then here we can use because there's 6 of them, we can use the other kind of blurbs for those, and I think that'll look just fine. So I also want to go back here and add the about ID. Okay, now let's add another section. This one's going to be white. And just copy this text, except we'll make it dark. Okay, good. All good there. Okay, now we want another row. 2 columns this time, and here we'll do a text blurb. Okay, so we're gonna call this one, and we only need titles for this. And then I actually grab this and bring it over here. So we need to do some copy and pasting. Okay. Bonus education. Use icon. See if we can find one for education. Not seeing one yet. What would be good for education? Well, maybe we'll just do this thing. Okay, then for design icon color, let's do these in brown. Circle icon, yes. Circle color, we want these to be transparent. Border color, brown. Icon placement left. Icon font size, no. Text orientation left, yep, this all looks good. Okay. So we'll just test it, see how that one looks, and if it looks good, then we'll add the rest. Okay, so we need to just adjust the line height on this probably, because it's not centered well there. Let's see, line height. 36 pixels looks just right on. Cool. Change that right here. We should be good to go on those. So basically what I will do here is duplicate this 14 times, replace the title in each one with the correct title, and update the icon, and then we'll be good on that. So you don't really need to watch me do that whole thing because it's probably going to take me like 5 or 10 minutes to do it. So I'm going to pause here, and then I will be right back with you as soon as I have those in. Okay, we're back. I got these all added in. As you can see, they fit pretty nicely in here. Let me just refresh the page. I also added that extra line of text that we were missing right here. There it is. And these just will fade in once the page gets longer. So that part I would say looks pretty good. No issues there. Next thing I would probably do is add these here. So what we got is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes. So I think what would be good here is maybe to use the blurb module. And then do full width row of 3 columns, 2 full width rows of 3 columns, and then maybe like alternate colors of the boxes or something between like blue, brown and green. I think that would look pretty good. So we use the tilt blurb setting for that. Let's add a new section. 3. This is going to be a full width row. Cut some width, and then we take out the gutter width because, oops, no, not custom width, I'm sorry. Take out the gutter width because otherwise it'll have spaces in between the boxes, and we do not want that. And we do want to equalize column height. For padding, I don't know if we want to do anything with that. And then for this, I suppose we could fade. Okay, so here we'll use the tilt blurb. And then we'll just start plugging these in. The only thing that's too bad is that they are kind of wildly different in size, but that's okay. There. Okay, and then let's see. Image on that background. So I think we'll do like this. And then just make it a little bit lighter and do a radial. Oops, except we want to reverse that. Here, we'll take that down to 0.5. So that'll give it a nice little effect. And then, yes, use tilt effect and tilt glare. And this all looks good. Okay, cool. So we'll duplicate that. Add the next info. Redo these lists. If we space this, it should automatically bullet them correctly this time. And this time, let's see, where is it? Okay, down here. So here we'll go green, and then green. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Okay. So that will go here, and then we'll have another brown one. let's take a look and see how that looks. Oh, you know what? I didn't set the text to white. Darn, got a little bit ahead of myself. That's the problem, is you have to make sure it's perfect on every single one before you start duplicating them, or else you have to make all your changes in multiples. And actually I think I'm going to align the text left this time because of the bulleted lists. So text color light, yeah, orientation there. Let's see, header font, I'll just bold it. Alright, let's just see how that looks. Okay, so clearly we're going to have to add some padding on these. This looks pretty good overall. I like the colors. I think it'll look fine once they're all sized up correctly. Okay, so let's try adding the padding here. I can't remember if we need to add the padding inside each one or in here. Let's see. Oh. Column padding. Let's see. I have no idea if that's going to do it or not. That did not seem like it did anything, if that actually even worked at all. Great. Okay, where the hell did I put that? I must have put it in the wrong thing. Alright, let's try this. I have no idea where I put that other padding. Hopefully none of these other sections are messed up. Oh, yeah, it's this one. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's put it in here. Doesn't look like the left padding really took. Alright, I'm going to work on this part, and I will start recording as soon as I figure it out. Okay, so we're back. I did quite a few different things to get this straightened out. First off, I fixed this up. This is already okay. This is a section I was working on. So what I ended up doing is the tilt blurb. I set a minimum height on here equal to the height of the largest one, so that they would all be the same height. And as you can see, we got a pretty nice effect here. So basically, I'll show you how one of these looks on the inside. Okay, so you got your basic text there. Now, you'll see here, what I actually did is I went into Photoshop and just added the overlay on top of the image in Photoshop rather than trying to do it in here, because I think it gives you a better color. So I did that I found 6 images. If you look back to what I had before with the gradient, this actually looks quite a bit better, I think, with the image backgrounds. It just makes it pop a little bit more than just with the plain gradients. So I think this is actually a really cool section of the site, and probably going to be like one of the main selling points of it. So this is all set up. Now, one thing that happened on mobile is that the way these would stack on mobile, because of the way I had them arranged, they weren't in order. So you'd have like a brown next to a brown and then a green next to a green, so it looked really sloppy. So what I did is I went into this column here, and on the advanced tab, disabled it on phone and tablet. Then here, I duplicated it into another tab, went here, and disabled this one only on desktop. So this is my mobile one, and then all I did was swap these two, and now they're ordered correctly on mobile, so they'll alternate colors evenly. So now that we have that done, we've got a pretty good portion of this site completed, actually, which is good. So we only have a couple more sections left to do. The next section is going to be, let me see where it is here, the housing section. So what we'll do here, I think, is just this is going to be a white section, and we will have a picture on one side and then this block of text on the other with maybe like a slide effect or something like that. So that's going to be a really easy one to set up. Matter of fact, we could probably just duplicate. Here, let me set it up. Standard section. Or, no, maybe not. Let me duplicate this. This is what we had on the other one. And then we can get rid of that. The only thing I think we'll do differently is put the image on that side and the text on this side. So we will need to go in and change these fading effects. Oh no, wait, that's right, we didn't do that. So we'll just put the fade on this whole row. Okay. And then for an image, let me see what I've got here. I found a couple nice ones of some senior citizens, so I think I'll grab one of those. This one I'm going to use for a background, I think. Let's see here. Let's do this one. This one will actually be kind of good because he's looking towards the direction where the text is going to be. So let's make it a square. And then size it down. Okay. Also, let's make sure we add an ID on here, housing. So when we set up our menu, we won't have to go back and do it. So let's upload. Perfect. And then here we'll put the text. And since we copied the other one, the style should carry over well. Except for that does not look good. Okay, this is, I don't even know what this is. Okay. Holy cow. Okay, I'll just get rid of that. Let's try to see how they had it. Okay, so this is like a list within a list. So another one here, and then oh lordy, there we go. See if we can get this to work. This really copy's weird. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to do it the hard way. Jesus. Grocery starter kits, etc. Okay. Assistant finding roommates if needed. Okay, everything should be all good with that. Alright, so that was an easy section. Hopefully there's nothing wrong with it, and then we'll be able to continue on. Let's see, how do we do it up here? Okay, so maybe we should have a title that serves this title. Bring this down here. Call this housing. And then this, okay, I think we got something finirked here, because let's see, maybe there is some, yeah, let's take that animation off. And then it looked like there was a lot of padding, so I just want to make sure. I don't really see anything here. Appears to be fine. Okay, well, let's check it again now. Yeah, I guess it's not that bad. Maybe with the title it'll look correct. It still seems awful. Let's see where it's coming from. Google Code Inspector is useful for this kind of thing. Oh man, the browser's running slow. Okay, well, let's just go into section here. We'll remove the padding and margin from the top, and I think that should probably do it. So then the last thing we're going to need is employment. Let's see if this is better. And actually what we might want to do is, yeah, that looks much better. We might want to add another column that looks more like this with just like a quote or something in it. And then employment section below that. I think it might be a little bit better. Because this goes to a different site. So we don't want that. Let's see. Let's find a good quote. See if we can find an appropriate quote. I like those. Let's see what we got here. Those don't seem to be good either. Let's see. Try to get really specific with it. Alright, let's find one about independence. Hopefully this isn't going to be too off the mark. see, back to the quote that they had here. I can do things you cannot, but you can do things I cannot. Together we can do great things. Yeah, that's a pretty good quote. Maybe we want like unity. Okay, well, let's try another approach. Let's see. Let's see if they have like any reviews on Facebook. Yep. Okay, perfect. That's always a good way to go. Okay, so let's get another section in here. I think we can duplicate this about section. And then this might be too big. If we change this to like a H3. Is that spelled right? C-E-S-T-E-R. I think we want this to try to align left and see how that goes. Let's see, in this we want it to be more like 36. Try to align left. Okay, and then for the picture, I have one I want to use already. And this one I think I'm going to also apply the same background treatment to. Where is that gal? Here we go. This is a very nice picture. We can crop this a little bit so that her head is more to the right. Hopefully that'll work out. Okay. So maybe that one will do green because we did the other one brown. I think that will look pretty good. Just flip this out. I think I'm getting a little bit of a cold. Shit, you know what? No? Okay, size-wise is alright. Good. Good, 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 good. Oh, gosh. Okay, so a couple issues there. This should be bigger than that, obviously. And the gal's face is... that's not right. Oops. Whoa. Alright, let's try it like this just to see. Maybe this picture is sadly too small. God, that doesn't look, the quality's not very good on that either. There, that's much better. Yeah, that really is not good. Come on. Okay, there we go. Set it full size and see if that helps. If it looks like that, then it should be good. Okay. Then let's adjust this text as well. Italic it. Here, we got that 36, it seems alright. Okay. Really not happy with that at all. Interesting. Maybe there's like a testimonial module that would be better. Color light, orientation left. Oops. Guess we want this to be like 24. This to be 32. Let's try that. Oh, let's get rid of this. Jeez, that looks terrible. This looks a little bit better though, actually. Okay, so it's 86 the quote, because it does not look good at all. Design. I'd like to increase the font size to about 32. And then make this 38, I guess. And then advanced, let's see, testimonial author, font size 24 pixels. Try that. I think that'll look pretty good. Yeah, that's like 1,000,000% better. Okay, sweet. Great. Okay, so now we just need to add one last section here. This one, we're gonna copy this again. Bring this way down. Here, we actually want to add a new section. Bring this in there. Get rid of this. And get rid of that. Alright, so employment. Oh, and then we want the title. So we just have to make some text up because they don't have any. Seems sufficient. Here we see view openings, and this goes to, let's see, copy link address. Cool. Oh, and then here I have to find another photo. Maybe this one. I think that'll work. Awesome. Okay, the last thing we need to do is add a footer. So let's go back in here. Let's also take a look at this one. What have they got here? Okay, map and contact form. That's pretty basic. We can probably do that. Let's just see if they got any footers that we like. These ones are okay, but I don't like the style of that contact form. I actually used that one before and ended up taking out most of the styling, and it was probably would have been easier just to build it from scratch. Oh boy, let's see. Header quote. Footer. That one I've used a lot, but I don't want to just keep using it to death. This one I just used yesterday. See if there's any more in here. Otherwise we may have to just design our own. That one looks kind of the same as the other one. Yeah, alright, I guess we'll just do our own. Let's check our contact page and see what they have. Okay. Oh. Let's see. Alright, so on this side we'll do the contact form, which we probably don't even really need to do much to it. Where are you? That's fine for now. Okay, here. Let's see. I think they have a thing for like. Maybe they don't. Okay, so we probably want blurbs in. Okay, so we'll put the address here. Use icon, yes. And where you want the GPS looking one. Right there. Okay, design, icon color. Brown. Okay, let's actually make that white. Circle color brown, just to be different from what we did above. Left. The rest of this I think is going to be okay. Like another one for phone. Let's find a nice phone icon. Here we got email. Let's just do this. And see if we can find the envelope. Okay. And then I believe we did find that they had a Facebook page, didn't we? Oh no, that's Google. No. I guess they don't. Okay. Okay, so that should cover that. Not totally sure how that looks. Let's add a full width section to a full width map. Try that just for kicks. And fade on that as well. Okay. Let's see how that looks. compare it to this. Yeah, see, they had a picture first, and we don't. So we might need to make that like gray or something. That doesn't look bad overall, but we do need some kind of separator there. And then here we've got that. I think that looks pretty good. So maybe we want to make these white after all. And do the bottom like brown. Circle color white, icon color brown. Let's try that. Text light. Icon brown, circle white. Text light. We need to change the color of the button. Fade to this while we're in here. Okay. I think we should be good on that. Hopefully. Ooh. Okay, so we're gonna have to do that white. And then this needs to also be like a light. That looks pretty good though. Almost there. Turn that off. Okay. And then let's see. Add a little padding. I think I could use a little bit. And that link should be a different color as well. Yeah, looks good. It's not the greatest in green, but should work. Okay, good. Last thing is I just gotta add these IDs. Contact. Okay, so we are pretty much set on this page. Now we just need to go back and make a couple adjustments, work on the font, maybe mess with this thing, I don't know. The whole thing scrolls kind of weird, which I don't really like that. Okay, well let's go make the menu. Okay, so we got about services. See about services, housing, employment contact. Perfect. Hopefully those are all set up correctly and will work. Cool. Okay, now let's go and customize it. We might first want to do the fonts actually before we do the menu. Okay, so we gotta really find a nice header font for this one. That one's not gonna work. Something a little different. I think that one was not quite right. It doesn't look good bolded. It's close though. It could be a scripty font. Nope. That's too bold. Nope. I do like that font a lot. Nope. It's not bad. It's really not that bad. Okay, let's look at some other ones, but we might come back to that one. Nah, I don't think that's gonna work, even though I do like that. No, too thick. I don't think lobster is gonna work either. It's kind of plain. Not bad though. nice font. That's always good. No, I don't think that's quite right. That's actually kind of a cool font. Those don't look good small. And it doesn't look good in uppercase. But it does look good right there. Let's compare to the font they had there. Yeah. Okay, so that, or what was the other one we liked? Didn't check that one. Ooh. Gosh, now I can't remember the first one I liked. Oh yeah, was it that one? I think that's pretty good. I like Oswald, but I think it's too basic. Yeah, I don't think that's quite right. Okay. Well, maybe let's go with that. I do like that. And then for the body font, I'm thinking this comfort tall because it's also kind of a rounded font. So a rounded serif and a rounded sans serif. So what do we got here? Make it darker. I'm pretty happy with this font, and I like how it looks in the menu too. So really the only thing I don't love about this right now is, well, for one thing I think I should change these to like green because that looks weird being blue. We just really didn't use that blue. And then also I don't think the header is quite right. Oops. Well, let me go back and get that menu though. Okay. I'm gonna make this logo a little bit bigger. Font I think is fine. It's a small menu, so I think that'll be fine. I actually like it better like that. Text color, brown. Yep. Green. Okay, that all looks good. That looks fine. Cool. I think that looks good. One more thing. Bam. Sweet. Okay. think this textilate effect is even working. Yeah, this doesn't look like it. Oh, brother. What's up with this thing today? Let me take that out. Add a little overlay. Oh, maybe I just did it like mess it up. Okay. I want that to be a little bit bigger. Put this at 72 pixels. And then the regular subhead actually can be a little smaller. Let's just see how that goes. I want to see if it stops being so shaky without the Ken Burns. No. I don't know why the hell it's doing that. That's kind of wild. This looks pretty good though. Yeah, that's actually not good. I'm just gonna delete this and see if it's still shaky like that. Because that's not cool. And I normally don't have that problem. Huh. That is still just shaky as all get out. Shit. Alright, well, let's definitely turn that off and turn the Ken Burns back on, because that wasn't what was doing it. Oh, I gotta put a title in there. that should be good. I wonder if it's because of like conflicting animations on some of these things. Alright, let's see if it's any better. That looks way better. God. Still. Let's see. I'm gonna delete the two parallax sections and see if it is coming from that. If it's not that, then I really have no clue. And the fucking text delayed effect is still not working on here. This is really too bad that this is all fucked up. I don't get why it's not working. Otherwise, I think it looks good. Otherwise, I think, yeah, oh, no, font size is wrong on that. So that is 48 upper. I'm just going to take off any of the plugins we're not using too, just in case if that's causing a problem. Otherwise, I'm pretty happy with the way this turned out, honestly. I think it's pretty much perfect. Yeah, okay. I think this one is good to go for now. So let's just take one last look through it here. You can see we pretty much rebuilt the entire thing totally different than what they had before. This is a huge difference. We broke it up into sections, made it really easy to access all the content, added some nice interactive effects here. And yeah, I think it came together really nice. So, I might end up doing something different with this header, like maybe changing it into a slider if I get some more images from the client. So that's definitely something I might do. Otherwise, overall, I think the way it came out is really good. So I don't know if there's going to be a lot else I'm going to need to change on this. Maybe add some more testimonials if there's more. That would definitely be something. But yeah, otherwise I'm really happy with it. So, it looks like we need to do the footer really quick. Just bang that out. I'm getting tired. These always take longer than I expect them to, and by the end of it, it can really be pretty tiring. Alright, let's see, bottom bar. Man, it really helped so much to have these color palettes correct this time. Footer elements, take those out of there. Wait. Nah, I don't like that. Let's make it a little bit smaller. that's it, folks. Whew. Okay, another long one. Now, I don't know for what reason, but for whatever reason, this one just seemed tougher than some of the other ones I've did recently. I think maybe because some of the stock photos were a little bit harder to find, or honestly, I'm just really not sure. But the good thing is, it ended up coming out really nicely. One of the cool things was using that color palette. Just saved me a ton of time and hassle, and really helped me to get my colors in there consistently and easily. So I really like that. Um, I was kind of disappointed in the header customizer. I'd really liked that on some previous projects, but for this one, it just totally fell flat for me. So I could definitely see changing that to a slider in the future. I don't know. I'll have to see what kind of pictures I get from the client, but that's definitely something that could happen. Um, yeah, but overall, I think it was actually a pretty good project. I'm happy with the way it turned out. You can definitely see a huge transformation between his old site and the new one, so I think it will serve them well. We didn't have to go over the top with animations or anything like that, and we pretty much got all their messages in there. But as you can see, my throat's a little bit scratchy, and I am tired, so I think I'm gonna go have some dinner and go lay down. Good news is I'm going to probably do another one of these tomorrow because I literally still have at least 3 more that I need to do this week. No jokes. So make sure you subscribe because you're going to be getting notifications every time I drop a new video, and hopefully that's going to be pretty much every day. So thanks a lot for tuning in, and I will see you next time.